And you're going to be leaving the Walmart parking lot here in Payson today about 10:45.
Yeah, we're on our way now.
And so when did you, or what happened to you to all of a sudden wake up one day and say, you know, I think I'll walk across the country?
Well, I don't walk, I run. It's a very slow run. I run every step of the way. I ran from San Diego to Brunswick, Georgia, and now I'm going to go to Brunswick, Georgia, and run back the other way.
Wow. And, I mean, you know, for people of all ages, I mean, that's quite an undertaking. And I mean, I'm tremendously inspired. You're 95 years old, and that's not something you hear a lot of 95-year-old people doing.
Well, I heard about a fellow that was running, he's from Great Britain, and he was running across every country.
Wow.
And he came across through my town of Prescott.
Right.
And I decided that's something I'd like to do. And then when I ran in my first 200-mile relay with Regnar,
right,
here in Del Sol here in Arizona, I got so much attention. I was 88 years old, and nobody my age had ever done it before.
Right.
That I just got so much attention. I thought, well, what if a 90-year-old man runs coast to coast? And I have a ship that a bunch of us found over on the Isle of Crete, a World War II ship.
Right.
We've got it back here now. And I thought I'd raise some money for it, try to get it back over to Normandy for a D-Day memorial.
So this is being done as a fundraiser for that effort.
That's what I'm trying to do. And our skipper said it'll never happen. I said, well, I can try.
Well, that wouldn't be the first time you proved a skipper wrong, probably.
Well, they said we couldn't bring that ship back, but we did.
Very cool. Now, so how long have you been running now? I mean, on this particular mission?
Yeah, when I started when I was 90 years old,
Mm-hmm.
I started on October the 7th, 2013.
Right.
And I finished one day after my 93rd birthday in Brunswick, Georgia.
Wow.
And I took a couple of years off and got bored, so I decided to go back the other way.
How neat is that? And I bet you have just a ton of stories from along the way.
Oh, I've met so many wonderful people. Payson has always been my favorite town anyhow. I always spent a lot of time coming through here. And
you obviously have impeccable taste.
yeah, I've outlived 3 wives, and my second wife, she just, every time we had the 2 homes, one in California and one in Prescott.
Right.
And she insisted we go to Payson every time we come back up this way.
Wow. Very cool. And so you've probably met lots and lots of people on this trip.
Oh, thousands.
Right.
In fact, I had millions of followers.
Right. And so like you have a social media page or anything like that, or anything on the internet where people are following along?
Well, I post before and after every run on Facebook.
Uh-huh.
The best Facebook is Ernest Andrus Facebook.
And Andrus spelled Andrus?
Correct.
Ernest Andrus on Facebook. I'm going to definitely check that out when I get off the air here today. I'm anxious to follow along. So how much longer now before you get back to Georgia again?
Well, we're heading for Georgia now. We're going to start the run on March the 16th.
Right.
And we'll just start running back to San Diego.
Well, or from there back to San Diego.
But I can't run as far as I did before, so I'm only doing 13 miles a week now. So I'll be 100 years old by the time I finish.
Well, it's always good to have goals, you know. That's pretty amazing.
I've always never could resist an adventure.
Yeah.
I've always lived my life like I'm going to live forever, and so I just make my plans and go for it.
You know, and that sounds like some pretty darn good advice for just about anybody.
Well, I read the definition of a going business when I was in UCLA, and I said, decided that's the way I was going to live my life.
Outstanding. So, you're doing about 13 miles a week right now, you said?
Yeah, I do 13 miles a week right now.
Right. And so, on the first half of this trip, when you went from what was it, from San Diego to Georgia?
Yeah.
Okay. How many pairs of shoes did you go through?
I went through 10 pair.
10 pair. Wow. And I mean, that's just amazing. And you probably ran into all kinds of people in weird little out of the way places. And
I'm wonderful people all through the South. They're great people.
Right. Very interesting.
Southern hospitality is they don't call it that for nothing.
There you go.
They're really hospitable people.
What's been the biggest surprise for you in this experience?
Well, probably the finish. John here had a lot to do with setting that up.
Right.
He called the people ahead, and they had everything. We had about 2,000 About 1,000 of them ran along with me, and another 1,000 greeting as we came through. They had to fly over.
Wow.
They had so much going on. And right now, it looks like it'll be big again because there are people from all the United States right now are booking flights into Brunswick.
Oh, beautiful. So if people would like to have a chance to maybe chat with you before you head out of town, you're going to be leaving the Walmart parking lot about 10:45 this morning?
We're already left. We're on our way now.
Oh, okay. Oh, so you're on your way out of
We're on our
Dodge.
way. With our next stop is Sholo.
All right.
Then we got to keep going until we get to Springerville.
Right. Well, that sounds like fun. So if there's young folks out there that are listening to this thinking, wow, that's amazing. Do you have any words of wisdom for them or any words of encouragement as they move forward with their lives?
Well, mainly just keep moving.
Mm-hmm.
To get sit on the couch and play games or watch TV, you're going to get fat and lazy.
Yeah, you're hitting me pretty close to home there. I sit here way too much.
What I tell all the young people is take good care of your teeth while you have them.
Oh, there you go. That makes sense. Yeah. And well, best of luck with this adventure. I'm anxious to follow along on Facebook. And again, if you would like to do that as well, you can find Ernie at Ernest Andrus on Facebook. Last name spelled Andrus. Again, a 95-year-old military veteran. Now, you said that of course, you were over in Europe during the Second World War then.
No, the ship I have now was in Europe.
Oh, okay.
I was in the South Pacific.
Yeah.
While they were going into Normandy, I was on my way into Saipan.
Ooh.
We were the first LST to hit the beach there in Chiricahua, Saipan.
Wow. And boy, you got a lot of memories from back then, I imagine. And how long were you in the military?
I signed up for the duration of 6 months, and that's what I did. I was anxious to get out by then.
Well, I bet. And the food over in that part of the world is not all that hot.
Well, I like about everything, so I got by pretty well on that.
And as far as keeping yourself in shape, I mean, 95 years old, and you're taking on this project of walking across the country. What does an average day's menu look like for you?
Just whenever I like.
Just hamburger with cheese, or?
No, I can't chew hardly anything anymore, so I usually take whatever I have handy and blend it and make a soup out of it.
Oh, there you go. Well, bacon cheeseburger soup sounds pretty good too.
Yeah, I get all kinds of soup that way from
great.
leftovers.
Well, Ernie, thank you very much for stopping by. It's been a pleasure talking to you, and I'm looking forward to following along on Facebook. And man, best of luck. And gosh, I find your story to be really inspiring. I just think it's really neat what you're doing, and best of luck with all the next steps.
Oh, thank you very much.
You bet. We have to take another quick break, and when we come back, we're going to wrap things up with Principal.